Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, a hare was boasting about his speed to all the animals. He was rather fond of telling anyone who would listen just how fast he could run. Among the gathering of creatures, a tortoise listened quietly. He was not the fastest, nor the strongest, but he possessed a quiet determination that set him apart. One day, the hare, in his usual proudful manner, saw the tortoise and said, "Do you ever get anywhere?" he asked with a mocking laugh. "Yes," replied the tortoise, "and I get there sooner than you think. I'll run you a race and prove it." The crowd gasped. A tortoise against a hare? It seemed unthinkable, yet the tortoise stood firm, his decision made. And so the unlikely competitors agreed upon a course and set the date for their race. The forest buzzed with anticipation, every creature wondering, could the slow and steady tortoise possibly outpace the swift and arrogant hare? On the day of the race, all the animals gathered to watch. The air was thick with anticipation. The hare, with his long, powerful legs, was the crowd's favorite. He was known for his speed and agility, but also for his arrogance. He took one glance at the tortoise, chuckled and said, "See you later, slowpoke," and sprinted away. He dashed through the trees, leaving the tortoise in a cloud of dust. The tortoise, however, was not bothered. He kept his gaze forward and continued to plod along, each step a testament to his determination. Meanwhile, the hare, far ahead and confident of his victory, decided to rest. He found a cozy spot under a large tree. "Well," said the rabbit, "since I'm so far ahead, I'll take a nap. When I wake up, there will still be time to reach the finish line first." The hare snuggled comfortably and drifted off into a peaceful slumber. The tortoise, on the other hand, never strayed from his path. He didn't let the hare's speed intimidate him, nor did he let the length of the race deter him. His focus was unwavering, his pace steady. As the hours passed, nobody was reaching the finish line. The crowd began to worry. Where was the hare? Why was he taking so long? But suddenly, the tortoise showed up in the distance. He pushed onward, inching closer and closer to the finish line, his resolve as strong as ever. Upon waking, the hare realized with a shock that the tortoise was nowhere in sight. He shook off his sleep and bolted towards the finish line. His heart pounded in his chest, mirroring the rhythm of his paws against the ground. But as he neared the end, his ears caught a sound that made him skid to a stop. The jubilant cheers of the forest animals filled the air, not for him, but for the tortoise. The hare arrived just in time to see the tortoise bask in the glory of his triumph. His ears drooped, his chest heaved, and his eyes widened in disbelief. He had been so sure of his victory, so confident in his speed. But here he was, outdone by the slowest creature in the forest. A silence fell upon the crowd as they turned to look at the hare. The hare lowered his head in shame. The tortoise made eye contact with the hare. He stepped towards him and whispered in a slow, hushed tone, "See you later, slowpoke." And so the story of the tortoise and the hare reminds us all an important lesson, that slow and steady indeed wins the race.